Hey, this is Mike from ID Atlas. In this video, I'm going to show you how to host your published Articulate Storyline project on GitHub for free. So I have my Storyline project up here. I'm going to hit Publish, and I'm going to select Web. My default folder is the desktop, so I'm just going to save it there, and I'm going to hit Publish. Once the project has been published, go ahead and click Open, and you'll see a list of files that are in your project. In order for GitHub to be able to read your project, you need to have an index file. Storyline by default publishes its index file as a story.html. We're just going to rename this by right-clicking, select Rename, and change that to index.html. Now that we set up our project files, we're going to use GitHub Desktop. If you don't have GitHub Desktop, you can go over to desktop.github.com and download it. You'll need to create an account and sign in. But once you do that, you should have the GitHub Desktop program on your computer. Once you have that, we're going to create a new repository. So you're going to go to File, New Repository, and you're going to give your project a name. Just remember that any spaces in your name will be turned to hyphens. Once you've named your project, go ahead and click Create Repository to create the repository. Now we're going to create a new branch on your repository for Github Pages. Click on the current branch and click New Branch. Name this branch GH-Pages and click Create Branch. While your project will have different names, your branches will always be called GH Pages so that GitHub knows that it's a page. Once your current branch is GH Pages, go ahead and click on Show in Explorer to open up the repository folder on your computer. Now we're going to copy all the files from your Articulate project and paste them into your GitHub repository folder. If you go back to GitHub Desktop, you'll notice all of your changes. All you need to do here is type in a summary. In this case, you can just put the date and click Commit to GH Pages. Once your changes have been committed, click Publish Repository to publish your repository. With the free version of GitHub, we need to uncheck Keep this code private. This will make your code public to GitHub, but it'll also allow you to share a link to your project. So don't use this for projects with sensitive information. When you're ready, click Publish Repository and give it a second to load. Once it finishes, you can click View on GitHub. Here you'll see a copy of the repository folder that was on your desktop. Click Settings and then come down to Pages on the left menu. Depending on the size of your project, it might take a little while for your site to go live. However, mine was pretty small, so it's already live. Click the link here and you'll see your project. You can now share this link or embed it in a website to share your project with others.